Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm gonna show you how I change my front brake pads on a 2021 Honda Goldwing DCT, and this applies to Honda Goldwings 2018 through 2025. I'm gonna be going back with some brand new brake pads for the front. The rights and the left are the same. Part number 06455 MKC A01. And these are original Honda OEM brake pads. Stay tuned to my part 2 where I install brake pads to the rear. These are also original Honda brake pads for the rear, part number 06435 MKC-A01. So let's get started. For step-by-step instructions on how to remove the front wheel, you can click on the link in the top corner and it'll walk you through how to remove the wheel. To perform a front brake job, you do not have to take off the front wheel, but since I'm changing out my tires, I figured this would be a great time to inspect the brakes. My bike only has about 27,000 miles on it, and my brake pads are worn. Looking at the right brake pads, it's all the way down close to the metal. So it's always a good idea to perform a brake job, especially if you remove the front wheel. So the first thing I like to do, we're gonna have to open up the pistons and then we'll pop out these brake pads. To open up the pistons, you can use a screwdriver. I'm just going to use my trusty fork tool to pry back the pistons. And I'm just going to slowly push it back. I'll get that in there. Just going to push that piston back nice and slow on both sides. Just drive that wedge in there. Slowly push that piston back. You can use a screwdriver, but this tool works a lot better. And now that I have the pistons spread it. Now I can pop out this brake pad. I'm just going to use my screwdriver. You can probably just use your hand. Just going to pop this thing out. And as you can see, there's hardly no pad left on here. So let me grab the new one. I'm just going to sit that down. Some people just take both of them out at the same time. I like to do one at a time. The right and left are the same. And I like to just verify that these pads are the same. Yep. so they look identical on the caliper. But if you compare the two, you can see there's hardly any pad left on here. So yeah, it's the perfect time to change this thing out. I like to do one side at a time. The curve goes toward me. May even take a little screwdriver and just kind of push it on in there. So I got one side in. I'm just going to take my screwdriver and kind of pry in between the piston. Pop it right out. Look at that pad. Man, it's almost down to the metal. So yeah, it was time. My bike only has about 27,000 miles on it. And it's time. This is the first front brake job that I perform on this Honda Goldwing. The curve goes toward me. So you got to press in on the spring in order to get it. Just gonna put a little pressure to get it in there. So basically you got a spring on the back side. So when you take the pad, you got to push in on the spring in order to line up the slots. So we got the left side done. Now it's time to do the right side. I'm going to take my pry tool and I'm just going to reach in and force the pistons back, nice and slow. Force that piston back. Now I'm going to do the other side. Force that piston. Flip my fork. And just kind of force them pistons back. And now I got it open. I'm gonna do one side at a time. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do the outer side first. Just gonna reach in, just kind of pop that brake pad out of there. Look at that. There's absolutely down to the metal. So just keep in mind when you're ready to push this thing in, there's a metal spring. You got to press against the spring to get the brake pad back in there. But look at that. There's no pad left on here. Pads are the same on both sides. And we're going to make the curvature come toward the wheel. Okay? This thing is down to the metal. I barely had any shoes left on here, any pad left on here. So now to get the new pad in, remember it's a spring in there. I'm going to go with the bottom slot first. Then I'm going to push on the spring to get it. Make sure it's in the slot. Push against the spring, and now it's in there. I can take my fork and just kind of push it. Let's open that up. Now I can take my flat screwdriver, reach in, and just kind of pop this out. Pop it out of its slot. Look at that. Pop right out. Look at that. Man, this thing is all the way down, nearly to the metal. This is the new shoe. Put the bottom in first. Press against the spring to pop it in. I'm going to take my fork tube, and just open it up. Now once you do that, the other side may try to open up. So keep that in mind. If you have to, get a bigger screwdriver. If it tries to close up on you, just get a bigger flathead screwdriver. Gently pry the pistons back. Wood works great too. So it's probably best to put one caliper on. Once you get it onto the rotor, then you can work on the other side, because if you try to open them both up, one side is going to try to close because the brake systems are linked. So just get one caliper onto the rotor once you complete one side, and then you can work on the other side. But this is going to complete my video on how to install new brake pads on a Honda Goldwing for year models 2018 through 2025. If you guys have any questions or comments, put them down in the comment section below. Thank you.